already felt good. Anyway, welcome to Owe Me Later, which the last episode was about 5 months ago, I believe. We are a show all about Generation X, sex, romance, anything you want to talk about that has to do with, sex or any of those other things. Bring the questions on, and we'll go ahead and take care of them. But for those of you who forgot what we're all about, here is our clip from I guess about 7 months ago about a gentleman named Percy Longprong. This is the French tickler, which is basically tickle about taint area, and that's going to cost you 2 shillings. I'm just trying to add all this shit up for a good night. So I'm wondering with the time rates, the per hour and the all night, does that include the extra attention? Because I mean, if I'm putting out 50 shillings, I'm going to want the French tickler and not the bubble shake and keep that.
Yeah.
But I want a little taint tickling if I'm paying 50 shillings for the night.
50 shillings. to tickle your taint.
I don't know if they use a feather. It doesn't say if he uses his finger or a feather. Dust bunnies, just it's 2 shillings, regardless. The finger diddle goes with that. That is 2 shillings and 6 D's, whatever the hell that is. Again, I'm thinking that's like whatever the cent.
Yeah.
The equivalent of cents. But yeah, if you want to get diddled, it's going to cost you about 28 cents plus 6 other stuffs.
Plus some other things.
Vaseline if needed. Apparently they couldn't afford KY. 5 of the D cents, whatever the hell. But yeah, it's extra. Gotta have, unless you got your own. Whips and scourges, 3 strokes for 15 shillings.
Wow.
Yeah. So he'll beat your ass for money.
Yeah.
Now, on top of that, Percy is not only a businessman, but he knows how to make his business worthwhile because it says at the bottom, Percy gives Green Shield stamps.
He gives what?
Green Shield stamps.
Is that like food?
You guys remember, Janae and Lolo are probably the only ones old enough to remember that. When you would go to
green stamps. Oh my god.
The green stamps.
Yes.
Like after so many, like a ham or some shit like that. So my man Percy out there working it. He's like, I'll tickle your taint, I'll diddle you, give you a night with some whips and strokes and extra Vaseline, and you might get a free ham out of it.
And a nice ribeye to go with it all.
So there you have it. That's what you're about to get into. If you want to bail, it's on you. But anyway, this is rated R. So if your kids are hanging around, you probably want to get them off and doing something productive. If you're tightly cinched, you might want to go out and do something productive with your kids. But for the rest of you freaks, here is my crew. It's a crew of ladies. Number 1, of course, is the wife, the Lady Coltrane. That would be Shelly.
Hello.
Let's see. Who should I do next? Let's do this one. All the way off from New York City, the New York City goddess, Loco, which means crazy in Spanish. So. All right, so I think that's everybody. So wait a minute. We got the top of somebody's head here.
Oh.
We are.
No, it looks better than the top of my head.
Yeah, but turn to the side so we can see all of you because you're too little. Yep,
shit.
Almost. Well, anyway, while JJ attempts to fix her camera, I want you guys to remember that on what was it? Off the Rail last week. We said that every show we do, we're gonna flash this up so that way there's no more like censorship or any of that kind of stuff. So for all the banned books in Texas, Florida, and all that stuff, here's where you get them. The Brooklyn Public Library is offering any American teen, you can lie and say you're a teen, unlimited digital and audio access to banned and challenged books called Books Unbanned. So I'm gonna leave that up here for a few more seconds, but it's a really important thing for everybody to actually know what happened instead of the whitewashed version. But there's nothing wrong with knowledge. It helps us grow. But for some people, I think knowledge is a little too much because they're not quite knowledgeable. What the hell happened to JJ? She fall off the damn screen
I
again?
think so. She was trying to turn her
Good
camera,
God Almighty!
and it was sideways.
Those of you who haven't watched the regular shows, she tends to fall out of frame. Her whole account will disappear. She'll drop her phone. Her dog will knock the phone over. She's usually late. So,
well, in her defense today, her internet did go out, and we're lucky that it came back. Maybe.
But it came back on time.
I was going to say maybe. That may be why she's off the screen. Who knows?
But anyway, those of you who are looking for Off the Track, you are not on the wrong spot. We are just doing this one-time Wednesday special. Well, here she is. She's going to have to wait backstage for a little while. So anyway, one-time Wednesday affair. Every other Wednesday will be Off the Track. And much like...
You're saying the wrong
Off the rail. God damn it. Okay. I haven't had a lot of sleep today. Off the Rail, my own goddamn show. So that will be every Wednesday, continuing next week. Consider This Mindset will be every Saturday afternoon. And much like it used to be with Saturday Night Live and Saturday Night Main Event, every month, which is going to be every first Saturday of the month, we'll do the Owe Me Later show. So those of you watching right now, either throw in your comments or go ahead and DM us what kind of shit you guys want to talk about, because nothing is off limits, as you'll see. All right, I guess she served enough time. Why you fall off my show?
I don't even know, man. You said turn it sideways. I turned it sideways. I was upside down. Come on, man.
That is not the result of turning a phone sideways.
It is if it's in a phone clippy thing and you have it right over the power button because you didn't think about that.
I've done it too. Yeah, I get it.
I think it's Iceman because he's on Kenny's show a lot.
Yes.
We talk about pretty much anything that's going on, hot topics, personal shit. We'll talk about things we've just seen in sports and the news. We're not real PC, so that's our whole. There's a lot of it's like a lot like bowling show.
Yep.
There's a lot of swearing and such, but yeah, every week.
Hello.
We got Lolo's biggest fan, Mr.
Yep.
John Paul.
Yep.
Hi,
John
John.
Hello.
Hey, Tyler. Yeah, a lot of people in here tonight. Good.
Nice.
Good. Glad everybody showed up. Of course, you would show up for the special show that's all about sex, right?
Yeah.
Hey, whatever gets them here.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. So yeah, the first starting September, the first Saturday of every month, Owe Me Later. The rest of the Saturdays will be Consider This Mindset, which is an audio only podcast. It's about 45 minutes. We have topics at hand that we try to stick with online, unlike Off the Rail, which is called that for a reason. We tend to get into conversations that just go away the fuck off the rail.
Yep.
So, hey, Tyra.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, it is. But this is actually our first time on YouTube doing this show. It used to be just audio. So now I can show you some of the nasty ass things I'm talking about. As I'm there. Hit do not disturb on that. Oh, Lolo. Tyler might be heading to New York City again in December. What's some good places to eat?
Ooh, what kind of
You got
food
the
do you
right woman.
like?
Yeah, just tell us the genre you like, and she will tell you any one of them.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Let's see. That time I tried watching Coltrane wasn't even. Oh yeah, that was Ladies' Night. That was 2 weeks ago. I took the week off, and I was on Kenny's show that week with Dutch Mantel.
Yep. It's just us girls.
So yeah, it was just Ladies' Night, which we'll do that every so often.
Yep.
You know, they got some pretty damn good ratings, so and ignore that type of shit. But anyway, as you all know, this is our. Look, that's terrible. This is our
There you
normal
go.
show. It's Wednesday. You know what that means, off the rail. So every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, which is, of course, 6 p.m. in the West Coast. We get fucked on shit like that because it's like everything that's starts at 7 is like 4 o'clock for us. Ain't nobody off work. Tyler said Italian, Mexican, and steak. Ate at the World Trade Center at the observatory. That was good.
Oh, now see, that's a once in a lifetime event.
Yeah, that's
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
So we're looking at Italian, Mexican, and steak.
give me a
Any
few and I'll figure out. I'm gonna catch up and
Right.
see what some of the best ones are. I just want to double check my places and make sure I'm not missing a better place,
All
especially
right.
steak. That could be. There's a lot of places you could go for really good steaks.
I bet. I bet.
Peter
Well-
Luger's, Smith and Walensky's.
Damn,
Those
I
are
don't
like
know
the
none of
top,
those.
some top steak
I've
houses.
never heard of any of them.
Oh man.
I'm assuming they're good.
Oh yeah.
I understand exactly what you mean, Iceman. Yeah, on this show, I get to speak a little more so you guys can actually hear how intelligent I am instead of being cool backstage that's just like sits here with sunglasses on.
Whoa.
Gets a, what are you doing? That's
I wish I could
okay,
tell
so
you. I wish I could tell you
JJ's
I was
latest-
drunk or high, but I'm not. Just
JJ's
this camera's
latest
not loving me.
show, and so is her fucking up like technology. It's just it's a character in and of itself for the show.
It is. It really is.
So if it went flawless, it wouldn't go right.
Right.
I
And we
ain't
do
gonna
that every once in a while. You got to watch it live to see it.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Let me see. What did I pull up
John
here?
Paul said something.
Never make it through this one. I'm not a spicy topic sort of
Yeah.
fellow, but oh, John.
That's all right.
But if it's not your cup of tea, that's cool. Just come back next week
Yep.
because we'll be back to normal. This one's true right here. This is it says right up there, Sex with Emily. She's a sexologist or some shit like that. Sex doctor.
Sex psychiatrist.
Fuck.
But
Yeah.
anyway, she wants you to think more openly about it, or more seriously about an open relationship. She also has I thought I got another one actually than that one. That kind of surprised me. But she gives you tips on when and where to masturbate when there's a house full of people. What kind of lube to use.
Hey,
why
I
are
need
you
that
dry?
trick. That particular
Yeah.
trick. I need that.
You dirty.
Mm.
What you need that for? Who you got?
when you got little
My
kids
mother
around,
and my granddaughter
Yeah.
live with me.
exactly. Yeah.
I can't remember
Gotta do it on the
what this
sneak.
picture was. Oh yeah, I remember that movie. Congratulations, Mrs. Vaughn, Cougar of the Month. That Veronica Vaughn is one piece of ace.
Oh,
Let's
man.
see. Another Sex with Emily thing. FaceTime sex lets you see and be seen while orgasming. I don't know if I want to be seen making all them weird faces. and
Right.
That's like even when working out. I don't like to, you should look for your form and everything, but I don't like looking at myself. Just eyes
Yes.
bulging out of my head and shit, veins all in my neck. Yeah, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
will
cool.
never be a sex in front of a mirror type gal. Well, maybe in front of, but not
You've done
on
videos,
top.
right?
I've done a video, yes.
How long ago was that?
I was married to a piece of shit.
That
So
doesn't tell me how long ago that was.
A couple years ago.
mm, let's
Beyond
see.
3 years. I was on a bullshit. Uh-oh.
I couldn't even tell you.
JJ,
After the kids. After the kids, yes.
your daughter
Okay.
is calling you out.
Yeah, your daughter's dropping bombs on you here. Let's talk
What did
about
she say?
JJ's gas station encounter today. What happened?
What?
This is a show where you can't flaunt.
So I think I picked up a guy at the gas station in Kansas
Think,
today.
Did you or did you?
I got them digits, yo.
Okay.
Yay.
All right then.
I don't know why, but I was brazen enough to just, I mean, he said hi to me, so he started, but
Green light.
he just, it was the way he said hi, I guess. It was not, it was unassuming. It was he wasn't like going, hey,
He wasn't sleazy about it.
I have on my friend's t-shirt, you know, so he leaned across the thing and he goes, how you doing?
Oh, he did not pull out that tired ass line.
Yes, he did. And
Go
it
for
fucking
it.
worked.
Yeah,
It
man, I was about
worked.
to say you're a big old friends freak. I know that shit works.
It worked. And so we just started talking. He was telling me, oh, wait, did I tell you guys I went to Salina, Kansas last night?
No, that's the whole big part missing. I was like, how the hell were you in Kansas? Just
Okay.
okay,
I
yeah.
went to Salina, Kansas last night, basically to fuck. My birthday is Saturday, and I don't have any prospects here. So I went and met my ex halfway and
You know
fucked
what?
his
You
I
friend's
mean,
do,
dick
house.
is dick,
Yeah.
whatever.
So
you do
so
you.
then
Mhm.
so then I got up in the morning, and I'm leaving the hotel and I was a little bit
Fucked up.
later than I thought I should be. And so I was like, oh God, I got to hurry up. I got to hurry up. Well, he had pulled up to another gasoline pump and that pump didn't work, which pulled him around to park in front of me. And I was texting him all day long at dialysis. I was getting ready to walk away from him, but I was like, I really like this conversation.
Probably
So,
Iceman.
Mm.
so I said, do you have a card? And he went to reach into his shirt pocket and he looked back at me kind of, slyly. He's like, you want my number? And I was like, I do, in fact. And he goes, let me see your phone. And I'm like, And he said, don't be scared. Let me see
He
your
throws it to the
phone.
ground.
So, right. So
Let me see
I,
your phone.
he put his phone number in my phone and we've been texting pretty much all day. It was a dialysis day, so I was sitting in the chair texting.
Yay. That's awesome.
Getting your oil changed and texting. So
And
You went from
you
one
went
guy to
down to
another.
get some dick and came back with a number.
Yep.
okay, that's how it went. And I
And I'm
was
guessing this dude's an upgrade. Gotta be.
I would say so. I mean, I don't really know his personality, but I
Well, I mean
know
the first
he
first impression.
oh God,
You
no,
get that vibe,
I think my ex is sexy as hell. But see, that's the thing. I wasn't looking for anything. And then boom, he was right there. I was like, is that what they say when when you least find it? Now, of course, my mind is going crazy. I'm like, okay, is this supposed to be, like what do I tell him? What do I not tell him? But I did tell him to watch this show. And so there's a possibility that he could pop in, I guess.
What is his first name?
David.
David, if you're out there, make yourself known, man. I'm assuming he's a brother, right?
No.
Oh my God.
You would
Really?
assume
That
you would
surprised me.
assume wrong.
Oh my gosh, she's only
Yeah.
been with 2 in her life, and like she's always talking about the chocolatier and the darker the better. All that shit. So wow. All right. So I mean, are we talking white or Mexican or what are we talking about?
White
Hey
guy.
Randy, how you doing? That's my spirit
He's a
animal.
white guy.
White guy?
White guy.
All
Very
right.
nice.
Okay, yeah. White
Yeah,
guy
so
David. You out there. Let yourself be known. I promise I won't fuck with you, man. I promise.
he's lying. Don't do it.
I use
Don't
the
do
other
it.
show to fuck with people. That's on Kenny's dime. Which by the way, I should probably throw this up here every God damn, where'd it go? I hit the wrong button. That's where it went. Sometimes Tuesdays and Thursdays, but every Saturday, me and Kenny Bolin are on the Star Maker Bolin Show. It's usually the Bolin Show, unless he decides to talk politics, in which case it becomes the Bolin Alley. So that's the difference. You see bowling alley, you're gonna see
Okay.
some politics. If you see show, we're just gonna talk about any damn thing we want. Usually
Okay.
we'll go way off the rail.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we tend to. I know there's times where we'll be like, I think there's only gonna be like 5 minutes left of this show, and then 2 hours later, like we're finishing up. So,
Yeah.
ooh, yeah, Iceman, you might be, yeah.
Yeah. The berry, the sweeter the cheese.
Yes, indeed. Look at you. I'm surprised Boonda ain't up in here. The people from Kenny's show know exactly who I'm talking about. Have you been watching Kenny's show, JJ?
I've been watching a little bit of it.
Oh, okay. You ever see
But
that
not all
Boonda
of it.
dude that pops in?
The what?
His name is Boonda. Boonda 713.
No.
Go to Houston. He looks like he's angry looking. He's like a Puerto Rican. He claims he's 57, but I don't know. The questions he asks are kind of, you ain't no 57 asking them kind of questions.
Yeah. That or he lived under a rock.
Yeah, that's right. He lives in
but
Houston. How the hell?
If you don't watch the show live, you don't see his comments.
Oh,
That's true.
So
Although
if
I
you're
think you
didn't
can
realize that.
because you can do it on ours.
it doesn't have comments that show up after if it's not live.
Well,
even
I'll
if you
be-
have a subscription?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
No, it's
I'm going to
popped
have to
up
start
for real.
watching more of it then.
Yeah, you are. Because yeah, you missed a few good shows. Like
Yep.
yeah, I've
I'm
kind of got a
sure.
little rivalry with Boonda and Donald Flowers that they
Donald, yeah.
call George all the time because everybody's
George.
George. He's the one that remember he's made that fatal mistake of challenging me to any kind of debate.
Oh,
ever
yes.
at all.
Yes.
Mhm.
And has he come at you?
Oh,
recently.
he's I think he
think
was in
he
a
got
car
injured,
accident.
yeah.
He got injured or something like that.
Oh, no.
That's
I don't know
horrible.
if that affects your speaking skills because he's been on the show since then, but not on the show, but in the
Typing,
comments.
yeah.
But, and you can tell when he's he'll talk mad shit.
Yeah, no,
Not yet,
not
Iceman. He ain't came out of the shadows yet. So
Hmm.
and again, he was toe up that night because the next show he was on, he was very quiet. Like there were no questions directed at me, to me, anything like that. So, but Iceman, if it does happen, it's going to be basically like a pay-per-view. Kenny said it's going to be pay only. You got to buy a little membership, which is $3 actually.
$3
It's
a month,
$3, and he does a lot of good work over there. There's a lot of Filipino families that he helps to feed, and a lot of their structures get blown away with the typhoons. We help rebuild some things. Some people don't even have a bathroom. So like we built them a bathroom, but there's a wall missing. So neighbors are coming in and just dropping deuces and leaving without flushing and
Oh,
shit.
no.
Oh,
Yeah.
So yeah, so and there's a lot of kids involved. So he's real good on that. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Last night he had a video that there was a family that hadn't had any food for 3 days, and they
my
didn't have
gosh.
access to a phone, so they weren't able to contact Kenny. And so this family went for 3 days with absolutely no food. And this little girl, she's probably maybe 5, 6.
Maybe.
She did a video saying, Kenny, can you get us some food because my mom is really sick? Please get us some food. And so fortunately,
Aw.
we were able to raise enough food or money for the food that the family needed.
We came in at the under the wire though, which was kind of
Wow.
it's kind of sad because we had 43 people in there.
Yeah.
And Boonda gave a few bucks, somebody else gave a few bucks. I gave 10 or 15, 10. And then, another guy, God, I wish I could remember his name.
David Martinez.
Yes. He swooped in at, the last few minutes and
50
covered
or
the rest of
55.
it. Yeah, it was about 55. And he had already did like 10 earlier.
Mhm.
So,
Wow.
yeah, there's
That's
a lot
awesome.
of good-hearted people, but there's a lot of other people that, especially when there's a star or a wrestler, people will tune in to watch, but those are the worst days that we take in any kind of money. So yeah, if you're watching out there,
And he's funny.
YouTube.com,
You guys
yeah,
are
he's very funny.
freaking hilarious bouncing off of each other. It's
If you
it's
guys
awesome.
out there, if you remember Bobby Heenan and Jim Ross, he is like a smashed up version of that. Very funny, very witty, very bombastic.
So smart. He remembers
Yeah,
so much.
very
Oh my
smart.
God.
Has hit many famous people with that briefcase. John Cena, Batista, Big Show,
Yes, very true.
Mark Henry. Yes, he is Iceman. He is.
Star Maker is a god of promos.
Yes,
I
he is.
wish that he wouldn't have hit on Batista's girlfriend, because now
didn't.
Batista will never, well, no, he didn't, but Batista thought he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And now
that's
he'll never come on his show. How am I ever going to meet Batista?
go
Through the
look for him.
movies, I guess.
Well, you know, in wrestling, never say never. Like, you know, he might have got over it and forgot all about it, you know, but
That would be cool.
Brock Lesnar had issues with people thinking that,
Mm.
you know, they were gonna take his girl too.
Mhm.
So which tells me so
Talking
anyway,
about that, that's kind of part of our show.
yeah,
Yes,
but
it is.
because I'm going to show you a quick image and then we're gonna talk about that. So okay, not this yet. First, Twitter is banned in Indonesia because of its X.com rebrand violates anti-porn laws. So, yeah, there's
Because it's 1X.
but that's what your dumbass gets for trying to change it to that. Where is that other story?
You know, I didn't even know that was what it was until last night. I was like, why is this app an X on my
They
phone?
just changed it.
And then I opened it and I was like, oh, it's Twitter.
Yeah, they just changed it.
I
I
think
think
that
I
was
forgot to
Thursday.
upload it. Let me see here. Yeah, we saw that. Saw that. Oh yeah, this is
We haven't seen that.
how they were in the 1900s. The term masturbate and sexual invert were used interchangeably. The predominant medical opinion was that degenerates, psychopaths, and inverts were people who couldn't control their sexual urges. Sexologist Dr. G. Frank Lidston, whoever the fuck, popularized the notion that queer men, like women, are, quote, unable to control their emotions and sexual longings. The queer man became the face of the, quote, sexual psychopath or the sex moron because of the presumed lack of control. This was 1900. Here we are in 2023, and there's still people that think like that.
Mhm.
So I actually don't think I uploaded it, but essentially what it is he must have got surgery or he's real like high on himself or whatever. Elon Musk, okay, remember he challenged Zuckerberg to a fight
yeah.
in a steel cage. It's gone a step further. He has now challenged him to a literal dick measuring contest.
Oh my good God.
Richest
No.
motherfucker in the world. And this is what you can come up with.
No.
And you know, right now he's getting the pump and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Getting
But-
quick surgery.
See, now that was going to be one of my questions. With
Mhm.
the pump, it doesn't stay that size, does it?
No.
I
It's
didn't
just
think
a
so.
pump.
Temporary.
It might be a couple hours, maybe. But and here's the other heartbreaking part, guys. Like they'll sell you these pumps, making you believe that it'll make you bigger. But the thing is, you got to be kind of big anyway. It'll make a big dick bigger, but it won't make a small dick big. So
Okay.
you know, if you're not packing, don't waste the money because I think they're like 60, 70 bucks or something like that.
Oh my
Mm.
God.
But yeah, because it's not
Hey.
going to pull your what do you call the gristle or whatever the hell out. You know, it's not going to. He said, "Watch Zuckerberg come out swinging."
Exactly.
I really hope he would
I
too.
know.
Just humble
Right?
him. Oh, I did not expect that. To come.
But I guess in comparison, like the penis pump, it's similar to if you have something where your lips are pumped up, so they stay pumped up for a little bit. And then they
Okay.
eventually go down.
Okay.
I've even seen like videos where women do it to their nipples, and it makes them look like, you know, long bullets and shit. It's not cute,
I
but
see.
No.
They're ugly.
but yeah, it gives a man more girth essentially. Like, yeah, probably about a half inch of girth. So I mean,
All
like I
right.
said, it works if you have size to begin with.
Mhm.
But if you're not packing anything and or it's real skinny, like sorry, it just ain't gonna work.
Mhm.
You know, and none of the gel. The only thing that they have proven to work, and listen to the whole story before you get excited, guys, is the extensions. like there's stretchers that you put on. It's almost like there's like a holder right here that you slide on the shaft, and then there's like almost, it looks like a saddle or something like that that holds the head. And so it holds it pretty tight. And what you do is like daily, you just crank just a little bit more. And no, you're not supposed to feel the pain or anything like that. It's just so over the course of 6 months, you may gain, what was it, a third of an inch. So
not worth
yes,
it.
it's scientifically possible, but just not what you want. I mean, I don't know anybody that just wants a third of an inch. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Baby, if you could just
I
be a
do like
third of
that.
an
I know
inch
what you-
better.
Right, Jason?
yeah, if you could just get a third of an inch more up in there, we'd be cool. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, I just don't see anybody saying that. Or somebody looking down and saying, yeah, boy, that third,
I see that.
third of an inch popped in there.
Yeah.
You know, while I'm thinking about it, and then we'll get to what I was going to get to about size. I was thinking about you because I listen to Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius, and
Mhm.
it's a Kevin Hart's production. So like it's like a whole bunch of comics. Like you'll hear one part of their set, and then they'll move on to something else. And they had Nick Cannon on, who I can't stand, but he was talking about when like before he got diagnosed with lupus, he was diagnosed with like a kidney infection or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But he did say that every time he looked in the mirror over the next few days, his junk was getting bigger. You know, and he was like, all right, you know, he was like, cool, I don't know what's going on. But then after like a couple of weeks, it got to where it was like a big old sweet potato.
Oh,
And
Oh,
so he's like,
no.
okay, he's like, something's wrong with this. So he went and got tested. He has lupus. And it caused his kidneys to release some fluid that caused, you know, like you bloat on your legs and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
The bloating went there.
oh wow.
Oh no.
no, that's not.
And he
Did it
said after a
hurt?
while,
I
he
mean-
got uncomfortable.
That's what I was gonna say. It had to have hurt.
Mhm.
Wow.
Can you imagine sitting down with a big old sweet potato between your legs?
Well, and I don't know if the balls were involved either, but I mean, you know, eventually you're gonna sit on your own balls. As you
Of
know.
course that had to hurt.
Yo,
My
yeah.
goodness.
Mm.
Wow.
They fuck
Yeah.
up with lupus diagnosis every day.
I didn't
They do
realize
that
that men were susceptible to it. I thought it was women
Mm.
for some reason.
It's more common.
And
in
mostly
women.
and mostly predominantly African American people of color.
Mhm.
Mm.
It's like sickle cell. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
people of
Kinda.
African origin is really like they have the sickle cell gene a lot of times.
Yes.
And it takes two people with the gene to get together and make one with the gene. And, you know, it's still a 50-50 shot that your kids won't. But I knew a guy who had a sickle cell. I think you know him too.
Here
he
in
died
Lincoln.
yeah, he died a few years ago. But yeah, he was just, I know he was in pain all the time. He was always in the hospital,
Oh,
you know, so it's just, yeah, those are two diseases that just seem to attack the African heritage for some reason. And it's just like, really, he said R.I.P. Prodigy.
Wow.
Dog tried to bust into the door and hit her head on
Rammed
Oh.
into it.
No, because she'll fling it open so hard that she'll rattle. It looks like I'm in an earthquake in the middle of the show. So that's what you get. Anyway, what were we talking about? Get me back on track. Back on the rail.
Prodigy. He said rest in peace, Prodigy.
Yeah. So
Huh.
it must have been recent here. You looking that up?
Yeah.
We'll confirm it because I didn't believe Pee Wee Herman at first because it
I
wasn't.
know.
really
Yeah,
on-
Tyra told me that. And
Yeah,
then
somebody said it, and it wasn't on any newsreel yet. And then I saw Snopes say it was a hoax, and then that
Yeah.
disappeared. And all of a sudden, there started, all these stories were pouring out. So they had to confirm, essentially.
You talking about Prodigy the rapper?
I think so.
Oh, he's been dead.
Yeah, he died in 2017.
Yeah, he's been dead.
Really?
Yeah, he's been dead since 17.
Yeah, June
Oh.
20th of 2017. It said he died from accidental choking.
Was he doing that BDSM
You
shit?
know it.
That's
you
like
know it.
Who's dude from Kill Bill?
No, it says choking on an egg.
Oh goddamn!
What?
Well, he
Like
took
a
the whole
whole
damn thing
egg?
I don't know.
Damn, he was that.
The
He took a
fuck?
dare. Cause yeah, damn.
That's
There's
not
baby
even
shit.
cool.
Don't
That's
choke on as
stupid.
an adult.
Damn.
Yeah, that sounded like a dare that was taken and went astray.
Well, I
went
mean,
awry.
wasn't Trump being president a dare went awry? I swear somebody dared him to do that shit.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty much.
well, do you remember? Because he was supposed to. Either way, he was going to live on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue because they were building a hotel next door.
Mhm.
And from what I believe, he was expecting to lose and then use that to catapult into a reality series with this hotel. And because that was kind of the, like another type of apprentice thing. And then if you really notice, like when Pennsylvania came in and it started going Trump's way, did you notice all of them were like, oh shit? They all started kind of looking at each other like kind of surprised. It's like, fuck, we're gonna have to work. But
Like we're gonna, and then the other half was like, oh my God, we're gonna have to work for him.
mhm,
Mhm.
yep. What are we looking at here?
Right here.
Okay, according to coroner's report, Prodigy was admitted to Spring Valley Medical Center after suffering a significant medical episode arising from his lifelong battle with sickle cell. All right.
Oh,
There it
Days
is.
later, on the morning of June 20th, he was found unresponsive by hospital staff. It was reported at the time that Prodigy died from accidental choking. The complaint, which was filed on behalf of the family by Gage Law Firm, alleges that Spring Valley Hospital breached their duty of care for Prodigy by, quote, failing to maintain a working IV access and by, quote, failing to continuously monitor oxygen levels as ordered by physicians in the hospital, and those failures led to Prodigy's death.
how do those lead to choking?
That's what
That's
I'm
all I
wondering.
want to know.
Like, was he just grubbing and just like started choking and nobody came in, or
I mean,
did
that
he?
just doesn't make
Sometimes
sense.
like you'll sneeze or cough in the middle of swallowing, and that'll
Yes.
shut some shit down
Yeah.
there. But that's more something you can cough up eventually. Like
Sometimes, yeah.
choking
When you're
is
in the-
mid-ear, and it
I know
can't
you
go
get, I know you get scared. I know you do, but come on, there's a call light right beside you.
Mhm.
Just hit it if you're choking.
Well, if they respond in time.
If they respond, yes.
You've been to a hospital. You know how
Mhm.
quickly they respond.
There was some
Yes,
little
ma'am,
shit
I
want,
do.
Mhm.
and they wouldn't respond, but they would wake me up every 15 minutes to give me a goddamn sleeping pill.
Right.
It's just, it just makes no sense half the shit they do.
Yeah,
And they always tell you, try and get some rest.
you're right.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Don't come back in here in
Yeah,
30
like, keep your
minutes.
ass out there till 6 a.m. I'll call you. Shit, if I
Right.
feel I need something. Yeah, Iceman said, I thought it was the disease. Oh, damn, choking. Yeah, I mean, that's some of those ways to go out is kind of like, you ain't gonna know, but it's kind of embarrassing, like, dying on the toilet or something like that. You don't want that to be a legacy.
Right?
I mean, that's all we talk about with Elvis now is he died on the throne. And yeah, when they found him, his
I
bruises
talk a
all in
lot.
there.
I talk a lot about his prescription.
Yeah, that's.
Have you ever
that's
seen a
what it
copy
did.
of his prescription
Yeah,
That's exactly
that he
what it
was
but
getting
that's
back
what it was.
then?
He was so
backed
he was
up.
so backed up that he was straining and basically had a heart attack.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because they had him on what was it, uppers and downers essentially, and it just fucks up your system.
well, especially like opioids,
Yeah.
they will constipate the shit
Oh,
out
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And they were
Yeah.
giving him like dilaudid. They give you that after surgery. They were giving him like lorazepam, like 150 milligrams.
Mhm.
Mhm.
He shouldn't have been standing up, let
Yeah.
alone being able to do his job and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you're rich, like you can get anybody to do anything.
Yeah.
Even like
Exactly.
even the wrestlers, like truth be told, back in the 80s when we were watching the squash matches and stuff like that, the stars were getting paid $50 for TV time.
Really?
$50 a match, while the jobber might be getting $250 because he's making the other person look good. And where they made their money was the house shows. It's where they go like to places like Lincoln and there's no TV cameras and stuff. Hey puppy, these dogs just rolled up on me.
Got in anyway, huh?
Yeah. So anyway, what they would do is pharmacy shop. Say that I have this wrong, my testosterone's off. They'll get it from this guy, and there was no internet back then, so you can go to
Yeah.
15 different doctors and get 15 different prescriptions.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Well, shoot, we watched the episode of Mom. I don't know if you guys ever watched Mom before?
Yes. Yes.
No.
There was a premise of what it is there's the main character, Christy, is a mom. She's got 2 kids, and then her mom moves in with her.
she's the dainty chick from the Scream movies. Not Scream.
Christy is, yeah.
What is that? Scary movies.
A scary movie. And then her mom was from
Alice and
West
Janie.
Street. Yeah.
Mhm.
And they both of them were addicts. So they were alcoholics and they were drug addicts. And they're going through AA and they've got their act cleaned up and, just going through trials and tribulations of all the stuff of trying to stay sober. Well, there was an incident where the mom, Christy's mom, what's her name?
Bonnie.
Thank you. She fell in the shower and hurt her back. So she went to the doctor and they gave her some pain medicine and muscle relaxer. And she's like, well, I'm trying to stay sober and I don't know if I should take this. And so, of course, they go through the big long chain of their friends through AA. Should I do this? Should I not? And they determine, okay, as long as you follow the prescription, then you're fine. Well, then there was one day that Christy went to work and she was the one that was supposed to be monitoring these prescriptions for her. Christy goes to work and Bonnie accidentally takes an extra dose. And then she gets quickly hooked. And so she goes through that prescription quickly. Then she goes to a different doctor, gets another prescription, and it's just that vicious cycle. And so she's able to go to other doctors to get the prescription refilled to continue on with her addiction.
Well, I was talking to somebody today about, I can see how easy it is to get your hands on drugs and like sell them in the streets. Because, for instance, let's say like I was on this Wellbutrin, and the one they put me on, like immediately it was hurting my stomach. It was not doing what it was supposed to do. So like 5 days later, she prescribed like Wellbutrin SR or something like that. I still have the Wellbutrin, but now I have the Wellbutrin SR and the Wellbutrin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I have this extra shit. There was one time like my cholesterol was like 200, which is the exact cutoff level. I know people were like 500 and shit, but they were like, well, let's try this. It wasn't Crestor, but it was something.
Lipitor.
And what's that?
Lipitor.
No.
No.
It was a new one, but it was upsetting my stomach too. And I didn't pay attention to the next time I got some prescriptions because it was in there. So I have 2 of these things. I could just roll down to the old folks' home, be like, who needs cholesterol medicine?
Who needs some brain meds?
But Klonopin, I have a shitload of Klonopin because prescriptions have overlapped each other.
Oh, that shit's nice. I love
now.
Klonopin.
Oh, I love that shit. That's how I go to bed sometimes. Like, because
Me
really,
too.
you're supposed to have like half a milligram supposed to be good. Shit, it takes like 2 milligrams for me to really feel anything.
I just got one.
Yeah, but and I have an addictive personality. Like I discovered that over. I mean, it was like over the years, but like it just really hit me a couple of months ago that I absolutely have an addictive personality. So with that, like drugs will work for a little while and then they need to be increased because I start tolerating so well. Because there's some medications where I'm like where like the normal dose would be say 150 and I'm on 400 because I've went from 450 on the steps up and it's just I get used to it. Painkillers
build up a tolerance
quickly though. It's like
that's
like
crazy.
What's the sleep one?
Ambien.
People be getting knocked out sleepwalking, all that kind of shit. The very first night it worked like a charm. The second night I slept until like 4 a.m. Third night my eyes were wide fucking open all night. Like I had to wind up taking shit. As a matter of fact, I was doing real unhealthy shit, like drinking a little whiskey that's knocking you unconscious. That's not
mixed with the Ambien.
Dangerous,
Yep. But it's just, and I know my tolerance is high, but that doesn't mean the rest of my body understands that.
No.
So
That's true.
yeah, so that's why, and we'll talk about that more on consider this mindset. But yeah, mental illness is a motherfucker, which also, ties in with this. Because as we're about to get into, what do you want, little boy? He just keeps coming and licking my calf. Um, yeah, sleep. But just start with the half a milligram first and see how that does. Oh yeah, see, we're spirit animals. I'm telling you. Me and her have so much shit in common. We're both just the right amount of asshole. Like, yeah, I love that girl. But anyway, one of the biggest, I guess, mind fucks, especially with guys, is dick size. And it's because, I think the generation above us, like the boomers, that wasn't even really a thing because, like, the only time you saw somebody else's junk was like in the army or in the locker room or something like, but you didn't see them erect. That wasn't a thing. And then along comes porn, where everybody whips out their dick and it's like 8 inches long a piece, even though there's a little camera work involved in some of them. Because I was reading some of those that label themselves as 9 are actually really short people with like 7.5 or something like that. And the camera angles come in and make it huge. So, but this fantasy world has dudes thinking that, oh shit, they look down and their stuff is really what's average. And they think, oh fuck, so then it fucks up their psyche that they think that's what women want. And some of them do, because some women talk so much shit that it's just like, it's ridiculous. Which is why I brought this with me. So all of you ladies out there that brag about your boyfriends and all you boyfriends out there that brag about your 8 inches, it's only about 5% of the world. And as many of you as I hear talk that shit, we ain't there. So, and girlfriends will swear to God that, their dude is 8 to 10 inches or whatever. And I'm like, no, what he measuring from his asshole or what? So yeah, like with that, there are women that are size queens, that they believe that, everybody should have a big dick. And if you don't, get the fuck out of here. But ladies, okay, this is past my forearm. Okay. I wear a size 10, 10.5 shoe. See that? That's 12 inches. Some of y'all talking about your 11-inch dick is right here.
Yeah, no.
Now that is 0.02% of the world. Now, why do I know so many people that have it though? Now, your 8 inches is right here. Okay, so I'm gonna put it next to my face. That's 8 inches. Is your dude really that big? Dude, are you really that big? So I'm gonna teach you how to actually measure properly. There is a website, and we talked about it on the show a few months ago. Let me not fuck up the title.
Should I share this real quick?
Yeah, sure.
While he's looking for that, I'm going to share this screenshot.
I thought I had it under.
Can you read that?
Oh, there we go.
That's too small.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you. Okay, guys and ladies, the website is called thevisualizer.net, and it's from
Okay.
Britain, and so they're pretty realistic with their shit. So
Oh
there
my
are
God.
comparisons to where like there's actual porn star sizes, there's average sizes based on. So what they do is they're condom companies that either rely on you to measure or they measure for you. And they'll have all these different measurements, like what's considered small, medium, big, average, big, humongous, and King Kong. And, it also tells you the thickness. And so, yeah, what you need to do is actually take the end of the measuring tape. You don't go up under your balls, cheaters, because I know that's what a lot of people are doing. You take it at the very top of your penis and you push into that fat because there's still dick back there. If you lose some weight, it's coming out. So you just push it up against the pelvis, and wherever the tip of your dick hits that line, that's your real inches. And I know that's going to be a bummer for some guys because they thought realistically they have 8-9 inches because they've been measuring since from the bottom of their balls and shit. But
No,
yeah, I'm trying to
bruh.
tell you, that's just That's just the way it is.
It's
You
just
know.
little, and some of them can be little and still work magic, guys.
Yeah,
Come on.
because that's where I was going, ladies. Tell guys and be completely honest, guys. Pay attention because I mean, some of you are micros, and that's I know you can't help it or anything, but those of you who think that you're not big enough, let's go around. First of all, JJ, tell me what matters, what's good for a size, what's bad for a size,
Well,
what's uncomfortable.
I okay. Now that I can get at. I there was a guy that was in my life. Um this dude, I had talked to him for a while. He was a friend, and then he was like, "Oh, well, why don't we just, take it to the next level?" And I was like, not really ready for that. He's in my apartment with his dick out. This motherfucker was like this,
Oh yeah.
around
Ouch.
and long. That was 0.2% in the world.
Mhm.
And I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? He was like, get it wet. I said, there's a bathroom in there.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
don't,
getting to my mouth
that,
around it.
there's not, yeah, there's not, no. I
And
was
that's
like, we
like
can
they
be
think that's like a
friends, we can be
flex.
cool, but I'm not even, that thing looked like it would hurt you.
Right.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, and
It
that's
looked
like
like
a
it would
flex
hurt
to
you.
them for some reason. Like, some dudes are like, yeah, I tore that shit up. It's like that's not good,
That's,
dude.
that's not,
Yeah.
Did she come?
that is so not the point of it. It's not.
Find a part
Not to
that fits
tear
your
that
part.
ass up.
Exactly, Randy. Exactly.
What'd he say?
She. The
She.
reality is we all have different parts. Find a part that fits your part. Who gives a shit if unless both are let me read that again. Who gives a shit if both / all are happy? Sunshiny emotion.
I
Yeah.
love the sunshine emoji. She said, fuck all y'all. Sunshine.
And I've talked to a lot of because most of my friends are girls. I grew up a lot of girls, women. I grew up around a lot of girls. A lot of my influence was my mom and my aunts and my grandma, but I had uncles that filled that void for guys, and they taught me the respect of being a gentleman and all that kind of shit. But where the fuck was I going? What did we just see?
All parts and
Oh yeah.
respecting them.
So dudes like in the streets think that like the more punishment they put in or the more like they hurt you or sometimes you just plugging into a dry socket and that's why it hurt. So that's not a flex, guys.
No.
Like,
And you know what else is not a
doesn't
flex?
look like she wants you, bruh.
Mhm. You know what else is not a flex? Spreading your seed all over the fucking town.
Yes.
That is not a flex, bro.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, that's some people just refuse to put that condom on because it's not manly.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna
That
take away all the
is
feeling.
not, I mean, that is not, that's not even attractive. What I want to know though, I think I've told you guys before that my oldest daughter is second in a line of like 12. What I want to know is what that 7th, 8th, and 9th baby mama was thinking. Oh,
Right.
well, he's got 10 kids out there. Surely he'll take care of mine.
Right. Unless they didn't know is the only thing I can
They
think of.
knew. If you know him, they
You
knew.
gotta know
Okay,
before you
yeah.
bring them around your kids to begin with.
Well,
Yeah. If they knew him,
Yeah.
most of them grew up there in Lincoln. So yeah,
Yep.
they know.
Yeah, we know them. Yeah.
Mhm.
They know what they was walking into.
Yeah, the black community in Lincoln is not very populous. So there's a lot
it's
of cool
growing.
cousins out there. What's that?
It's growing a lot because people are starting to come here from Mississippi. Seems to be the
That's
prominent
always
state.
been the pipeline.
But
That has always been like
why?
because it's it's still their family is up here for the most part, and
Well-
plus down there it's just there's no job opportunities. The education sucks. It's a bottom rung state. Sorry, Mississippi, but it just is. Your education is at the floor. Like you're
Well,
consistently 49th or 50th.
Oh,
University of Nebraska also, if you're going to college, they have cheaper tuition. Out of
these are not going to college. These are ones that have dropped out of school in 8th grade and just coming here to make
No, I'm telling you
trouble.
what, though, there's so many Mississippians up there that family is following them, is what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yep.
Because I remember even in the third grade, most of my black friends, their parents were either from Louisiana or Mississippi, like those two states, and there was never really anything else, you
Yeah.
know. So, and then family members started coming up, cousins would come up and shit like that. So I think it's just a mass influx of, you know, their cousins saying, hey, there's jobs at the gas station and shit here, which is better than whatever they're doing down there.
Right.
You
True.
know, so then they come and pile all up into one trap house, and you know, and I know that Lincoln is a sanctuary city too, so
Yeah.
that's why a bunch of Sudanese are showing up.
I didn't know that. I knew
Yeah.
Omaha was,
That's
but I
right.
didn't
Have
know
you ever
Lincoln
noticed that
was.
there's the Russian bottoms, there's a shitload of Vietnamese people for
Mhm.
Lincoln, Nebraska, you know, and Sudanese, like that population started growing. So yeah, Lincoln is one of the
Hmm.
sanctuary cities. Because there's a museum on like 15th and A or some shit like that, the Germans from Russia museum.
Yes.
There's like Germans
Yep,
that
I've
escaped the
seen that.
Nazi concentration. And my
Mhm.
mom used to clean that
Yep.
shit. That was one of her accounts.
Yeah.
And you know, this weekend, I don't know if you guys know this, but this weekend is Czech Days in Wilbur, Nebraska.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
And
the two
have you
most
ever been
the
there?
three. No, I have friends that are all Czech, of course. But Nebraska, the three main races are Czech, Swedish, and German.
Yep.
So yeah, that's
Really?
had to
That's
do
funny.
pocket dial me. I listened 5 minutes on how he's waiting for a baby from a baby mama for now. Good Lord. I don't doubt it.
And that's going to go right into what Tyra had said.
What'd she say?
My baby daddy.
At my baby daddy.
That's what we were talking about. Yeah.
Hey, throw Iceman back up there. He said something about Nebraska. He has a friend who says their mortgage is only like, yeah, but you know what? It's going up, man, because that's what my mortgage was $795 at the time, and that was 10 years ago. And now there, because of the boom in housing, there's people finding apartments for like $1,200 a month. You know, so yes,
Shit, that's on the low side.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're paying here. I used to think that the only disadvantage of living here was rent and housing would be higher. Now there is no disadvantage except for the
Nope.
heat.
Yeah.
And that's only 3 months. So, you know, while y'all got snow and ice on the ground, we're walking around like in shorts and sometimes just our drawers.
Yeah,
I
it
will go
made
in my
it
backyard
seem
just my drawers because nobody can see me unless they're at that building way across the way. Or if my neighbors come out and like kind of peek their head over to say hi or some shit like that, which they don't.
Right.
But
Yeah, they don't want us looking over
damn,
there, so they
Tyra,
don't
for
look at-
real?
they
what'd she
don't-
say?
She lives in a trailer for $1,200 a month. See, in Lincoln, Nebraska, that makes no
That's
sense.
crazy.
Me and Scott, when we lived together, you know how much our rent was?
Like 500 and something.
$525.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we split that, you know, so and it was a nice apartment too.
It,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can't find anything in New York for 1,200.
probably a box.
Not
Nothing?
even.
Refrigerator box.
Damn.
No,
Mhm.
you're not finding anything for 1,200. Anywhere.
Damn.
Well,
The-
people
the-
were
the
finding cheap
lease
shit in
for, like,
Harlem and then they gentrified it.
No.
Yeah, it's
Please.
all geared towards the college students in Nebraska. All the apartment buildings they make
Something
and
else
everything
is,
like that.
a lot of the people that graduated from the university graduated with like tech experience. So they went out to California,
Yeah.
started, you know, learning all this shit. Now they're coming back to Lincoln so they can start shit up there,
With the
and they're
California
drawing other people to come. So it's becoming like North Dakota was. North Dakota, believe it or not, used to have the highest rent in the United States because it was the Silicon Prairie. Because everybody that was down in Silicon Valley moved their asses up there and just paid cash for houses and stuff. And then so,
Why the hell would you
Nice.
live in North Dakota?
Right?
you know, you buy a house for like $58,000
I know,
and,
but
you know, all of a sudden it's worth 200.
The weather is shit.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, when you have to go outside and scoop the snow off your roof, I think it's a little ridiculous.
Right.
Shit, Buffalo, New York. Every year I see somebody standing on top of their house, like presenting the big snow pile that came up their door.
Yeah.
They open the door and it just comes piling in. Like, I can't do that.
Mm-mm.
Shit, especially if I don't ran out of food or toilet paper or something. Well, I have a bidet, so I mean, and that's something else. People were making fun of me for having bidets on every toilet in our house, and then COVID hit. Y'all wasn't talking shit back then.
And he told people
What?
that he did it, that he got bidets in his house.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
all
I was
right.
bragging about the
Because
shit.
we're bougie as hell.
I'm bougie in the motherfucker, man. Sometimes even going to a hotel is just like they ain't got no goddamn bidet. Like, what is this madness? And the thing is,
Wet wipes? What the hell?
on Amazon, they're only $35. And all you gotta do is unscrew your toilet lid, put the motherfucker down, clam cleaners raw.
I'm just waiting for my bathroom to get clean or get finished.
And in ours, we got like the real bougie one where it has a temperature control and shit like that, and it blow dries your ass.
Oh,
Yes, it does. And it has a seat warmer.
Yep.
So, and then the other
I'm
appealing
gonna
thing
do
is like
that.
my
there's a
clients have
glowing
that
light in
at home.
there. So, like if you're a dude
whole
and you
thing.
got to know where to piss, there you go.
Huh?
Yep.
Oh,
Might be
sweet.
worth looking into.
And you can't slam the lid closed either.
Yeah, as much as you try to slam it down, it just
No, it's
does
the
that. Uh-huh.
yeah.
Mhm.
Because I know sometimes you accidentally drop that toilet lid, it scares you, even though you know you're the one that dropped the
Yeah,
motherfucker.
especially if it's in the middle of the night or something. Yep.
Mhm. So yes, we were talking about size again, ladies. That's 12 inches. Okay. And I got a peanut head. Like my head is kind of tall, but if your man is claiming 11, 10, if he's claiming 10, like that's right there. 8 is like right there. Come on. So I just want you to be aware.
So,
We
are
are
you
being-
supposed to measure it at its natural state or in its erected state?
both.
Okay.
So that way, because there's a flaccid size and then there's the erect size. But it's on the erect size where you really push it in and get the tip to the number or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, so that way, ladies, be cognizant of somebody telling you some bullshit like that. Learn the best way, the most scientific way isn't the feet. It isn't like, your middle finger. It was, okay, how did it go? You take your ring finger, you put it down, and then from that point to like that point.
Your thumb.
Yeah, that's what I've
Your
heard. Like
thumb.
you make like you're making a gun and you measure from
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like from as
thumb
far
to
down as you can
point
put
of
your
your
ring
finger to your wrist or something. Yeah.
till
Huh.
your index finger.
Man, mine
So-
would be tiny.
Mine might be huge.
I was about to say,
I
Janae,
got
you
some
got
long
some
fingers.
I got
Like,
some
this
big
might be
ass
huge.
You
hands.
got some balls.
That's big hands.
I almost choked. So yeah, you guys always. Do you measure from your balls, Bob? This is the other co-host from the Kenny Show, Bob Hazelwood. Everybody.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, you tell people I'm 17 inches. The rest of the world though, we're so stupid here. Like we're the only people that don't use the metric system.
The metric
And
system.
it's called what? The English or the imperial system or some shit like that. Something all like we're better than everybody
Like,
else.
yes,
And it's
like
where
we're
did they
supposed to
come
be
up with
better
this
than
shit?
y'all.
'Cause, like a yard is 3 feet and like a foot is so many centimeters. It's like squirts and puppy dog tails. Like where do we come up with like these units of measurement?
My thing is the pounds and kilograms. See, at dialysis, we measure how heavy we are with kilograms and
Mhm.
see how we can take that off.
think
So
it's-
I got used to seeing my weight in kilograms. When I go to a
Right.
doctor's office, I'm like, don't put that in pounds. Don't nobody want to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get all fucked up when they tell me. I'm like, wait a minute. Because I think it's what, like 2.5
Like
pounds per
2.2.
kilo? 2.2. Yeah, because of the weights. That's what I was trying to think of. But yeah, 2.2 pounds per
kilogram.
kilogram.
Right.
Yeah, I'm all stuttering and shit.
And is it just the United States that uses Fahrenheit, and everyone else?
Canada.
uses- Oh, okay.
But they also use Celsius. They know how to read Celsius in
Okay.
Canada. They just don't use it.
Because I
I can't
to
read
a few
anything
of
in
my-
Celsius.
Yeah.
I know.
Talked to a few of my coworkers today who, one of them, actually both of them live in Ireland, and they were telling me the temperature in Celsius. They were saying like 24.
Like it's
and
24
it
out.
gets up to 40, and I'm like, oh, that sound. I have no idea what that is. And so I tell them what our temperature
That's
is. And
nice.
the one guy that I was talking to, he's like, oh yeah, you guys use Fahrenheit, so you have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm
I always
like,
feel
"Oh,
so
pretend
stupid
pretty
when I
well."
talk to people from other countries because they're
Oh, I
so
know.
like they're educated in a different way than we are,
Yes.
and they're a little bit more elegant, and they, it's like there's just a better way of coming off with shit.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So
We're
anyway,
not
one of the other
talking.
things, huh?
We're not talking about sex nearly as much as we should.
I know I was about to get back into it. So shut up. Anyway, let's get back right into some meat and taters. We're going into hypotheticals now. So we're going to do just like we did a few months ago. There's a bunch of people that don't even know what the fuck show we're talking about or where it is. So a lot of this stuff is repeat for the one maybe of you that used to follow the other show. So what we're going to do is it's going to be celebrities, 3 that you would have sex with, and 1 has to be same sex. So 3 and then 1. And you can't be like, I wouldn't do it. It's hypothetical, okay? All right. So we're gonna start with Lo. I pointed
Wrong
right
way.
this time. No,
Well,
look.
Nope.
On
Look at my
mine.
screen.
Look at mine. Okay.
Look at my screen.
Okay, I guess that's what you guys are gonna see.
Over
I'm mirror guy.
here.
I'm just dumb.
Let's see. Hypothetical. I like that actor. I can never say his name. The one that played Superman that they
Superman.
fired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name
He's
either.
just. How do you
Is it
say
Chris
his
Nolan or am
name?
I way fucked up?
No.
I don't know.
I
That
can't
name
even
just popped in my head. I don't even know what the fuck he is. It just shot. That's gonna be my answer for everybody.
remember. It's like that guy, whose name I can't remember. Well, I want to have sex with
That
him.
guy from
Anyway,
that thing.
if I was gonna say same, I would say same sex hypothetical. We've got, there's a couple. I think Scarlett Johansson is like pretty hot.
She's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, she
Mhm.
is.
I agree with her.
And what other guy? Let's see. Who do I like?
2 more.
I gotta think of who's nice and hunky. Who do I want to like wrap my eyes,
He's
into?
probably bald, baby.
Who do we want to sink our teeth into?
I know you like the bald men, so it'd probably be one of them.
I do. Well, see, I don't know if anybody would know a lot of the guys I find sexy because some of them are like rocker dudes, but
We can
Uh,
look them up later.
you can look them up later. I do
Yeah.
like bald men. Bald men are really like they're sexy. I like to sink my teeth into bald men.
Henry Cavill.
Coltrane's over there going, really not Lois, really, you don't say.
Iceman came through as Henry Cavill.
That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Thank you for remembering
to
his
look it up.
name. That's it. Yes.
Yes, Randy, that's what I was thinking everybody would say, The Rock.
Mhm.
Although he's big, so he might smash you up a
Yeah,
little
he
bit.
might destroy
Crunch
you.
I like big
think Rock,
dudes.
he's and all that, but it's not an object of my desire, I would say.
What about Stone Cold? Somebody like that.
Yeah, now see, he's like, I like that raw.
That rednecky.
No, I don't
boy.
like the rednecky. I just like his fuck you attitude.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so Henry Cavill, Stone Cold.
And if we have to go with the girl, it's going to be Scarlett. Oh, wait, I need one more
We had to
guy.
have 3
Oh,
guys. Yeah.
3. Well, you know what? I have to say, I am
Play along
the
at home,
biggest-
kid.
John Elway is like one of my favorite athletes in the world. So I would probably say him.
John Elway?
I love John Elway. Yeah, everybody makes fun of his teeth, but I think John Elway is the baddest ass football player I think I ever watched play football.
Beyond his teeth, he reminds you of your drunk uncle. Like the bags under his eyes, they're kind of googly. And he's
That
like the
man
guy
can
that's
play
like,
some freaking football like nobody's
well,
fault.
he can't
Are
no
we
more,
gonna like
but
pick apart everybody? I said,
yeah, he reminds me of the guy that at like the family party, he gets drunk, but not so drunk he's belligerent. It's like he's the one that's just on the couch telling stories and shit with the red cup between his legs.
Actually, I worked with somebody who said she sat next to him on a plane ride from Denver and said he's like the nicest, coolest, chill person.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
I've heard that about a few athletes that I still wouldn't bang. So John Elway, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Henry Cavill, and Scarlett Johansson.
There's my list.
All right,
There you
hit the
go.
camera now. All right, is this correct? Am I pointing at JJ?
Yes, you
Yeah.
are.
Right. JJ, and you know they can be all women if you want. Just at least one has to be of the same sex.
Okay. Sanaa Lathan, obviously. Have you ever seen her?
It's been a long time, but she was on
Who
the
is that?
Cleveland show. Sanaa Lathan. She plays. She was the daughter on the Cleveland show, but that doesn't tell you what she looks like.
That's yeah. I was gonna say that doesn't say what she looks like.
Yeah. What is she?
I don't know who that is.
How do you spell that?
Something new.
A-
Napier Ever After.
A-N-A.
Oh, Love and Basketball.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, her.
Yeah. Remember her? Yes. That's my girl. And then of course, Shamar. He's right up at the top. And
He took all my shit, my looks, my chest, every damn thing. I went bald before he did. I did the goatee before he did. I grew the beard before he did.
I
Copy it.
have always had this thing for Bruce Willis. Always. And the third one, I would have to say,
Andy said Charlize Theron. Yeah,
you
she's.
stole mine, goddammit.
You can have it too.
we just gonna say the next one, Angela Bassett, because I can't think of any other guys right
So,
now.
2 girls and a guy.
Mm.
2 girls and 2
Yeah,
guys.
that's always a big old. Oh, who was the other guy?
Bruce Willis and Shamar
Oh,
Moore.
that's right. What happened to Shaq?
Oh, I forgot about Shaq. Yes,
there
I
you go.
still love me some Shaq.
Yeah, you still have that
He doesn't-
cardboard cutout that's 7 feet tall. He was
No,
in his Orlando jersey. Oh, really?
no.
How'd that
And
get
it
away
would be-
from you?
It was his mad. Yeah. I don't know. And I don't know what
Yeah.
happened to it. I was so sad.
Leanne checking in.
Hey, Leanne.
Go ahead. How you
Miss
doing? It's been
you.
years. We used to work with her back in the early 2000s. Even saying that,
I
it's just
know.
like
So old.
it's like saying the 1900s for
Uh-huh.
1999.
Jeremy Renner.
Chris Hemsworth, Joe
Joe.
Magliano, and Angelina Jolie.
Yep.
Those are all good choices.
Mhm.
That reminds me.
Yeah.
Have you guys watch Abbott Elementary?
Yes.
I know. Do you remember when Ava, the principal, when she was helping out that boy because he didn't have much money and so he was growing out of his pants all quick, and she had pants in the drawer for him. Well, he came in and the motherfuckers was high, like they were calf high, and she brought out the pants and she was just cracking up. She was like, I got to get stuff. She was like, "Where's Chris and Liam?" He's like, "What?" Because you got a couple of Hemsworths missing.
That's
I would've
awesome.
never thought of that shit.
Funny.
Hemsworths missing.
Ava's a trip on that
Oh,
show. I
man.
love her.
You heard her stand up? I can't remember her real name, but I caught her on radio.
Yeah.
Yes, she's got something on Netflix, I think, too.
Yeah, she does. But
I can't remember her first name right now.
Yeah, she's really good.
And you know who I did not care for in the beginning, but she started growing on me after I saw her stand up. I don't like her acting, but Tiffany Haddish. Like, I could not stand her until I saw some of her stand up. And it's really good because she just talks about like she was in the system. She was homeless for a while, living in her car and shit like that. But she made it funny. It's just, let's see, Jennifer Aniston, Kaylee Cuoco. Oh, that's a good one.
Mhm.
Sandra
Kaylee.
Bullock.
Oh, I would totally fuck Kaylee.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
She's
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah, she is.
So Shelbert.
So I couldn't think of many guys.
I am not jealous at all.
Cherie, Theron, love her. Angelina Jolie, I've had a crush on her since she was on that one movie. I can't remember what it was.
Was it
but she was a
13
model.
Warriors with Gia?
Gia.
Well,
yeah.
remember 13 Warriors with Antonio Banderas? Like, it looked like they was actually fucking.
They probably were.
Yeah, because there was no sheet blanket. It was an overhead shot. It was just asses, and they were grinding more. So
Mm.
he at least had a stubby.
Hugh Jackman.
Huge Jack man.
Shamar, of course. Janet Jackson.
Oh yeah, since
Oh
I'm
yeah.
man.
Hell
Even
yeah,
through the
Janet.
chubby stage, she hung on more.
Yep.
Okay, mine is Selma Hayek. She's busting out every which way. Ali Wong, you guys know her?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god.
From American Housewife.
The skin, and she's just fucking gorgeous. Not a wrinkle in sight. And she did a stand-up while she was pregnant.
Yeah.
She did. Yeah, she did.
She was like 8 months pregnant too.
And she still looked good.
Oh
Yeah.
She was just baby.
I don't know her real name, so if you can look up the lady from Jag, the one that's like, she's British because that's where she's born, but she's like Middle Eastern, like Iranian or something like that. Catherine Bell. Yeah, so if you're out there, go ahead and look her up. But yeah, she has a sneaky nice body. Like she'll have something baggy on, and then she'll put on like her uniform and it's just hugging every which way. And yeah, them big old boobs and big old booty just a popping out. Yes. And as a bonus, there's a porn star named Danny Daniels. She is just girl next door, big old ass, pretty face. Love that. But okay, so guys, I'd have to say Matthew McConaughey. He seems unthreatening. We'll smoke some weed. We'll probably smoke some weed after. He'll take me to Lake Austin and read some poetry in his Lincoln. And
in his sexy ass Lincoln.
With the dogs in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'll just tell me strange stuff as we go along the night road. Like, you know what, man? Things are all cool when they're cool, right? They gravy, bro.
All right.
I was gonna put out on that post earlier when I said you're not obligated, but it'd be cool. I was like, why didn't I put
it was right there?
But it'd be a lot
cooler if you did.
Let's see. Leanne, you know who I used to have a crush on? Adrian Paul. He went to a Highlander movie. Adrian Paul.
Oh.
I know the name.
I can't.
Oh, you guys can see my eyes for the first time in like forever. Now they're gone. Kind of a Persian looking dude a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, he was on the Highlander.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
He's kind of beige. Yeah.
He's a pretty boy.
Yeah, he's pretty.
He is.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
That was fun.
Okay, now the thing that everybody's probably waiting for. Anybody got any embarrassing stories that or any times where sex just kind of like a weird embarrassing situation or anything like that? Because I'm gonna pull an old ass story out, you damn betcha. Y'all have heard it already, but the rest of the masses hasn't. I'm going right to you, Lo, because you live in New York City.
I'm thinking, and I'm
fucked
going
under a bridge or some shit.
Under a bridge, on a beach. Yeah, you name it.
Empire State Building.
No. Nope, no, not there. Interesting, funny, cool. Nothing like that. Just, beach.
You are not that fucking boring. You grew up in the 80s in the age of punk and rock and or roll.
Well, no, like, okay. Well, I mean, seedy bars in the bathroom. That was a common thing back in the early 90s. We all did that.
Or were the dudes at least seedy? Like some kind of adventure to it?
Was it what?
I said, were the guys seedy at least? So there's some adventure?
Oh, they were definitely seedy. Oh no, there's all kinds of seedy. Yeah, no, the there were definitely characters. Trying to think of like some of the more interesting, there were a lot of them were in a blur. You don't really remember too much about
90s and 80s are a blur, huh?
Yeah, it's a big blur. It's like I had sex with some guy. What do he look like? I don't know.
Oh,
Was he cute? I think so.
he might have been.
Maybe.
His dick was pretty. I don't know.
There was one guy that used to call all the time, and every time he would call, I would literally be like, I think I banged him once or twice, and hey, Rob called. I'm like, Rob who? Every time he called, I'd be like, Rob who? The one you had sex with? I'm like, oh, Rob who? So that actually literally became his name. Rob who?
That was his full
That's his
name.
name? Oh,
No,
no,
that's
no,
the name
not
he
dumbass.
called
Yeah,
him.
just
People like,
come
Rob who called. I'm like, oh yeah, Rob who?
I just caught myself being a fucking idiot. That was your name? Dipshit. Yeah, I
No,
laugh
that's
at
what I
myself
referred to him because I could never remember him. Oh, him.
Yeah, obviously it wasn't memorable then.
Well, it was drunken.
He didn't rock the world.
Drunk. They were all very drunken episodes.
So your excitement is bathroom in the back of pubs.
Wasn't excitement. It just happened. Like, that's just where we all kind of would go.
What was the other one though? What did you say?
Well, on a beach with a lot of people watching.
Oh, you were serious about the beach.
Actually, it was in Brooklyn by a wall, like where you had to jump down off a little bridge thing.
Yeah.
It was really weird. That was really weird. I think it was like a Coney Island or some shit.
Or you gotta look off for the bums watching you.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, that's it. I kind of wondered afterwards. But I do believe it was in Coney Island.
A walk of shame back.
Well, the walk of shame. I've had many walk of shame. I know I was coming back from a walk of shame, and I was in Manhattan, and a guy stopped me and asked me if I was a stripper going home from work.
Oh my!
He goes, hey,
no, but I'm a hoe going home from being fucked.
No, I'm like, why would I be going home from work? It's it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm dressed like a whore. Yeah, okay.
JJ, do you remember back when we hung out? Women would think I was a stripper when I was in better shape.
Yes.
They would always ask, so where do you strip? I'm like, in my living room. I mean, but yeah, I used to get that all the time.
All the time.
You know who you look like? Yes.
Yes, I know. I know.
I do. So, yeah. All right, JJ. I know you got some shit for us. Just because I know.
Okay, the one you know.
But you got to do more than that.
Would probably be I was the subject of some oral sex, and my daughter was on the other side of the door at 6 years old.
Oh,
at 6 years old, and she kicked or hit or whatever she did, knocked the whole damn frame off the bed. And there was another time when same guy, same situation probably, and he just stopped, and I was like, the fuck are you doing? Why did you just stop?
He said he got mad.
Yeah, he's like, your kid's in the door. I was like, oh my God, how long has she been there? So,
long enough.
Yeah.
Didn't you say like y'all was playing a game or some shit like that?
We were. It was a dice game.
Pickle in my throat. Oh yeah, yeah. You guys, I remember one thing. I remember the thing in our first apartment where I was about to, because I've cut my own hair back in the day, and I used to cut her nephew's hair too.
Yes.
You know where I'm going, don't you? So after every time I shave my beard or cut my hair, I take that little brush and scrub the shit out of it. So I wasn't bald back then, you know. I was shaving my face. So, and like when it got a certain length, you went over it with a guard or whatever. So I'm about to fire the bad boy up, and you know, you have to put the guard on, and I'm looking at it. What the fuck is all this? It's just like they're black pubes. Like I just don't know. Like these aren't mine. And I was like, I know they ain't Scott's. Like, oh, wait a minute. You know, I asked him later on, and he was like, yeah, well, you know, I washed it. I was like, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You
I even
didn't.
showed him the clippers. I was like, no, you didn't. See? Proof. Yep, that was Miss JJ. See, it's too bad
That
John
was
Paul left because, you know, he could be hearing all these low tales and all that kind of stuff. He could be thinking about you in the back of the cub. I need to quit smoking this shit right here. But
or smoke more, one of the two.
yeah,
Smoke more.
I'm actually trying to cut way down because like when I
Why
was
would
talking
you do
about
that?
earlier, I'll explain. As I was talking about earlier, you know, I've discovered I have an addictive gene, and it was true that at one point in time you could not get addicted to weed back when it was like 10, 11% THC. I have got stuff that is like 29, 30% THC, which will fuck me up for a little while, and then it don't fuck me up no more. And so I have to keep like switching strains, and I went from using it from pain and discomfort to hand to mouth. Like it's just as soon as I'll be watching TV, I'll just reach over, and before I even know it, I've smoked. And it's like, God
That's
damn,
me all
these
day,
guys are
every
normal.
day.
Yeah, but the thing is,
that a bad thing?
I have a career in voice.
Yeah.
So first of all, the pins were drying the fuck out of my throat because I'd cough, but it was just such a dry cough that I couldn't do anything. And then with the smoke, you know, as you get that wet cough, but at the same time, your vocal cords sound like shit. And you know, there's a couple of shows I listen back on, and like nobody else can tell. Like they're like, oh, your voice is still like low, but the timbre is different to me. Like I can tell when my throat just ain't right, and I'll start. The thing I'll do is they'll start hurting when it's not right, so I have to drop down to a voice like this just to keep the conversation going. And so yeah, the smoke is just tearing shit up. I'll probably do edibles, and I'll probably do like maybe at nighttime, but I'm really trying to give up the actual smoking.
You got some edibles that were super high in THC one time, and I didn't realize how high it was. And I took one right before I went to bed. Just
was it a gummy or was it that brownie?
No, it was a gummy. I had the worst panic attack I've had in years. Like,
no.
Awful.
It's like when you feel like, is this ever going to end?
Yes. And you can't do anything about it, but just live through it.
Yeah.
Well,
it ain't like alcohol where you just
throw it. That's not good.
No.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So, you know, most of the stuff that he smokes or even the edibles, I can't handle because I'm a lightweight. And so, you know, if I take a puff or whatever, I'm like, okay, I'm good at one, and he does 5.
Yeah,
I'll do the bowl and then load it up again, which is
I
completely addiction. Like
I don't know if I would consider myself addicted to it. Just more like I like it, and I ain't gonna stop.
Yeah, it's addicted.
Well, you don't have to because you're in legal states.
I'm in a legal state.
But even when I was in Omaha, I was
Listen,
still. If it went dry, I was panicking.
Oh my God, it was awful.
Oh, it wasn't that bad.
It was awful. It was awful.
He was killing babies and running people over.
But I mean, his anxiety was through the roof.
Yeah.
His personality was not good.
That little bit of
I bet.
a bit of asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be the first to admit it.
It was not good.
Sometimes you got to be an asshole.
All right. Well, then you need to keep smoking, period.
No, because I have, what do you call it? I've had training now. I have cognitive abilities and what do they call the
it's
thing?
called moderation. I mean, that's what he needs to try to work on, because I firmly believe that it helped his body. I mean, it helped heal his body. So I don't think that it's something that he needs to stop. I think it's something that he just needs to learn moderation to
way
help
down.
his voice and, you know, be able to be aware and whatnot.
Okay.
Yep. But ladies and gentlemen, if you aren't, you know, very much with the weed smoking, it does make sex extraordinarily better because you're so relaxed and like you can just be in the moment. And I know they say that about ecstasy and shit like that, but leave that shit alone. It weight comes out the ground from the earth, and it's just you set it on fire, some shit happens. But
If
anything
it
that you
should
gotta
so
bake,
happen to catch
yeah,
on fire.
right.
Right.
Yeah, but you got to put pots and pans and baking soda and all kinds of ingredients, and your house might blow up. Don't ingest that shit. Like, what the fuck? I mean, it just doesn't even. I
And you
know.
could very well die when you spark it up.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, and I'm not even going to rat out who a member of my family a long time ago told me that him and his wife would partake ever so often, like when they go to their friend's house who were like the druggies, that's where they got their weed, but that's also like they would offer them like little hits of meth. And he said that he just took and he said he cleaned his entire house that night. And I'm like, see, that tells me right there that it stimulates too much shit.
Mhm.
That's like Coke. I can never even try that shit because I'll be Lynn bias. I'll be that dude that his heart explodes like as soon as I take that sniff. Because
Back
you don't
in
know
the
how much
day,
is in there or how pure it is.
Yeah.
back in my
Yeah.
20s, in my early 20s,
Don't do it anywhere now, please. It's got that fentanyl shit, and you
I
can't
wouldn't
tell.
touch anything now. I
Yeah.
wouldn't touch any white powder now. I didn't really touch too many back in the day. Just we did a lot of blow when we were waiting, like cocktail waiting, cocktail waitressing or waiting tables, and we'd have like a 14-hour shift. We'd go bump a few in, the back room, but that was about it. I never, ever, ever got addicted. I couldn't. I'm not an addictive personality. I'm like the
I
control.
wish. I really wish, because if something's good to me, my reward system just starts flashing and pinging, and it's just like I need more. Like even chocolate. If I get like say chocolate chips, I'll get like a handful, like maybe this big, and then I'll walk away for a while, and I find myself coming back a lot, to get just like one more little handful of chocolate chips, because it's just lighting everything up in there. Like everything feels good, like this tastes good. It's the dark chocolate where it has the actual flavor and shit.
Today, I had my
Yeah.
little handful of dark chocolate chips. They were good. They
They
were
say
good.
up to an ounce is okay, but that seems like a lot,
Yeah.
But
It
if
does
they
seem
say
like
that,
a lot.
if they say that, I'm gonna do it. But then again, I've been losing weight because I haven't had much of an appetite, and then
Because
what I
it's too
have
damn
been
hot.
yeah,
The
kind of. And there's
medication.
a one of those medications that kind of suppresses my appetite.
Yeah.
So my goal was to get to 175 because I was like, I would hover between 180 and 185 back and forth. I'm 173 the last time I checked. So now I'm I need to supplement with like shakes and things with more calories because it's like solid shit does not appeal to me. Like a hamburger or something like that. At night, like around 7 o'clock, I'll get hungry and I eat everything in the damn house. It's almost like the munchies. And that's the other thing. I don't get the munchies so much. Like I can take or leave the snacks. If it's around, I'm gonna polish it off, but I won't go downstairs and get any chips or anything like that.
Oh, I will every time. I have no willpower whatsoever. None.
I do. I got too much.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to working with you to give me some.
Give me strength, oh Lord. Help me, Jeebus.
So we are not on off the rail right now, but we completely got off the
Yeah,
rail on
I was
what
just
we were
about to say
talking
that.
about.
So JJ,
Yes.
we were talking about weird experiences. You talked about the 2 times where you got walked in on. I know there's at least one more.
Was it the sit up thing?
No, because that's a good thing.
Okay.
They were-
Was it the living room floor?
that could be it. That sounds familiar.
So
Think it out, fucker.
the roommate, who shall remain nameless unless you've watched any other shows,
Or listened earlier on. Including this show.
I dated him back in the day, and he and Jason lived together, and there was
That's the roommate thing.
yes, there was a
That was fun.
guy that tried to kill himself. But okay,
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Quiet as kept. We had sex in the living room, or
Not as quiet as
we
you think.
were having sex in the living room when Coltrane put his keys in the door, and we had to pretend we were just laying there doing nothing like idiots, like he didn't know.
Or like I cared. I
Yeah.
just stepped over your bodies and kept on going.
Yeah. And I was like, hey. Don't-
I'm just hey.
I mean, what do you say? What do you say?
But
I think those are probably the big ones.
well, yeah.
Are you remembering another one?
I did, and it went away.
Oh,
So
good.
my next show, and again, everybody, this is a one-time Wednesday affair. So the first Saturday of every month, starting in September, we will have this show on Saturdays. And what did we say, 2:00 or some shit, or 4
We didn't
Lowe's
say
time?
time.
It's the same as what we did before. That was 5 your time, right, Lo?
Yep.
Yes, for
So
mine.
it's going to be at that time, 5:00, which is 5 Eastern. I'm all fucked up.
It'd be 3:00.
Yeah, 3 Pacific.
No.
2
Pacific.
Pacific. That's why I said 2. Okay, take
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
All right. So it's going to be the first Saturday of every month, starting September at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. How's that?
Very
All right.
Time changes.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Wait. Oh no, that's in November.
Yeah.
See, that's when we get excited because we don't have the daylight saving shit. So you guys move closer to us.
Yep.
So yeah, when you fall back, y'all fall back towards us. So Lo, you're only 2 hours off, and JJ, you're only an hour off. So
Oh,
right
that's
now,
cool.
it's 2 and 3, which sucks because it'll be 10 in the morning, and you probably got your day halfway done, and I'm scratching my ass and getting out of bed at that moment.
Yeah, and I'm sending you a text like, hey, blah, 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 blah. And it's about 3 pages long. You're probably like, this bitch, I
No,
haven't
you know
even
what I
put
do?
my glasses on.
No, you know what I said? Glasses for distance. I can't see shit with them glasses. Like, I can see up close, but like 15 feet away, if there's like, relatively like a menu, that type of sign,
Yeah.
it would be fuzzy, and I have to squint and lean in. But when I put the glasses on, it just clears right the fuck up. But it happened quick because we already had it.
It was 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, I used to just be able to do that, like squint and lean forward, and shit would just come into focus. And then there was just one day, like out of the blue, I'd been doing this all the time. One day, it just would not come clear. And I leaned a little closer, and it still wasn't coming clear. And I kind of crawled a little bit. It was like, I'll be goddamn.
Something is wrong.
Yeah, what it is you're 45, motherfucker. That's what's wrong.
Mhm.
43 at the time, but I still can't get used to saying that. Like somebody say something 20 years ago, and I'm thinking, yeah, right on the 80s. That whoa, wait. Like the 2000s. No, wait. Goddamn.
1993 was 30 years ago.
I know.
Oh.
You ever have any kids that tell you some shit happened in the 1900s?
Did your kids ever ask you if you were a slave?
No.
Did your grandkids ever? Oh, well, you don't have
I ain't got no
grandkids yet, but
damn
my
grandkids.
grandchildren,
I ain't no grandkids.
my grandchildren asked me if I used the Underground Railroad because I was teaching them about it. I was like, you little sons of bitches.
Oh my
How old do you think I am? They're like, I don't know, like 100.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Even I had like kind of, I could tell if you were in your 40s or 50s back in the day. I can't do that shit now because I do not look 40 anything.
Well, this little heifer is 3, and then the one she was talking to was 7. And so they were like, you're old. Really? I said, this little heifer is 3, and she came busting in my room. What?
And there's one now.
Friends, can you go? Give me kisses.
But you pop up like the dog did.
I love you. I'll see you in a bit. Yes, he can stay in here.
Remind me what I was just saying. What was she just saying? What were you just saying? Because I had something to add on.
How your eyes got bad one day.
Yep. But yeah, I was talking about being able to tell how old people are. Like, it's hard nowadays because I don't look 40 anything. Like, everybody thinks I'm 34 until they get real close and they can see the gray. But even, 20 something year olds have gray nowadays.
Mhm.
It's just, and it's like
Yeah.
popular. There's people dyeing their hair like that silvery gray
Mhm.
Oh
and shit.
yeah,
I got
no.
that shit for free. And
Yeah.
what I'm lucky about is these two stripes are dead even. So, I mean, it looks like I purposely did it. So, yeah,
But it just happens like that?
it just happened like that. Yep.
That's awesome.
It was over the course of 6 months. It was like a little salt and peppery, then get a little salty, and now it's just somebody did the unscrew thing when somebody had their taco salad and it just all the salt fell. All right, we're going to tell you guys about the other shows real quick, and then we're going to get into our last story, which is mine and Mrs. Coltrane's. And I think it's a real good way to wrap up the show. So throw up our banners where everybody can be seen.
I was gonna say I didn't even say my story. I just kept getting interrupted.
Oh, you got another one?
I
Besides
didn't
mine?
even say any story.
Yeah, you guys pick your
Okay.
people, but I think it's the same story.
No, I was gonna tell something different.
Okay, well then, yeah. Okay, then show no go next. I didn't know. I just thought, okay.
Nope.
So if you're watching on YouTube, click the subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, and boom, you're all up in here. So
Come
it's
on,
gonna-
guys.
I don't even have the subscribe thing, do I? I want to show them what it looks like. Nope, that's on the other show. So yeah, it just says subscribe. It's a little red square with a red triangle. It's the YouTube sign. Just go hover it over it. It'll say subscribe. You may click, and then also
And it ain't costing you a
it ain't
dime.
gonna cost you shit. Matter of fact, the first, you first original 100, 150. If there's any time where we do a membership, y'all are exempt for being the OGs.
Yep.
So we'll put that out there right now. It's never going to cost you guys a dime unless there's merchandise you want. You got to pay for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of you OGs that came in when I, begged and asked and supported me and all that, y'all are safe from any kind of charges ever. Those of you after 150, you might be subject to some paying for extra shit.
Get your ass in here and
Mhm.
subscribe.
But yeah, the first
We're
150, you guys
fun.
are
Come on.
Oh yeah, we're fun as fuck. But today we got up to about 11 live people, and our last show pulled in 74 so far. So we're doing a lot better. I made it a goal, and I honestly didn't think I was going to make it because sometimes that stinking thinking. I set a goal to get the 26 additional people it would take to make 100, but I was like, if I can get 10, I feel that's a win. And so, like 2 days ago, I just appealed to people individually, like everybody. If you could help me out by giving me 100 subscribers, like we're funny, it doesn't cost anything. Don't feel obligated, but it'd be so cool if you did. But and so it was organic grassroots type shit. So I'm proud of that.
Mhm.
Let's
Do you have the
see.
number of subscribers that we have right now?
Oh yeah, I was going to announce that shit. Give me just but a moment.
While he's looking for that, I will go over my stories. Okay, so one weird place that I had sexual intercourse was in my ex lived in a house with a bunch of other guys, and we had sex in the front yard and didn't realize until we were in the middle of it that their neighbor next door was coming home, walking up to their house with their little kid.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, so that was quite embarrassing.
Oh my
And then another weird place that I've had sex is in a combine. So
oh,
not
like a.
comfortable,
I'm thinking like a
like a tractor,
Mormon combine.
No, like a tractor trailer
Combine where you live.
farming equipment.
On the farm type
Yeah,
thing.
the first thing I
Yeah.
thought was like a bunch of houses in one area where everybody's married to each other.
Yeah.
That's a little part you left out.
Shame on you. You're from here. You are from Nebraska.
Where I did it.
I
In a
know. I'm telling him. I can't believe he didn't. Combine came first thing to my head. I was like, oh no.
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think of that at all. I'm very much.
Did you get caught?
Well, yeah, she
Shell?
just said they were what?
No, she's talking about the combine. No,
Oh.
we did not. We were in the middle of the field.
Okay.
Oh, Iceman, there are some earlier episodes. Just look them up. But I think one of our first, there's 2 episodes that Kenny's on.
Yep.
So yeah, that was entertaining as shit. So yeah, he's been on before. He'll be on again. So I guess it's my turn, huh?
Yep.
All right. The following takes place in Vegas. So we're staying at Bally's, which is catty corner to the Flamingo. And anybody that's ever been to the Strip knows that the Flamingo has what kind of windows?
Glass.
Well, they're mirrored.
So you can't see it.
They're pink mirrored glasses. Oh yeah, you didn't really see the outside when we were on that
No.
monorail because I pointed it out and you were all late. So anyway, the entire building is pink glass and it's reflective. And so when you're at Bally's looking across, you can't see in their windows at all. And so like my dumb ass is thinking, well, maybe there's tint on this window too, because like at the Flamingo, you see outside perfect. Because that last video I took, like where it was a time lapse of the city, that was out of the Flamingo windows. So I'm thinking it's like that.
Well, and even the Bally's windows, when you look out of them, it feels like there's a tint to it.
Yeah,
it
it's
doesn't
kind of
look
like
like
little
it's super
haze
clear.
type shit.
Yeah.
But so anyway, we decided to be adventurous. Well, nobody can really see us anyway, so let's look out over the city as we're fucking, So she's like up against the window. I'm just like railing from behind and shit. And the monorail comes by. Like there's all kind of families and kids. I can see them. And I was like, they can't even see us. Yeah. And so like we're just slamming. We finally finished and shit. And so I think we went down to get some dessert. And we had a 3-day pass for the monorail. So it's like, well, shit, it's free. Let's just take it from, one end to the other. So as we came back from the other loop, I could see our exact window to the door.
That's awesome.
Everybody on that monorail saw what was going down.
Yes, we put on a free show.
Yep.
Yeah, but nobody ever said anything to you about it.
Well, where are they gonna find us?
Yeah.
Well, that's true, but I mean, we need to know something a little bit more personally embarrassing.
You don't think that was personally embarrassing?
Okay, so
I really do.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
So there was one time where I was sitting on top of our dryer, and Jason was eating me out. And here comes our youngest daughter.
It was Gabby, 3 years old.
Our oldest daughter, who's 3 years old, and walks right up like, "What you doing?"
Yeah, I just felt like something breathed up against my stomach, and I looked down. I just see all this hair. I'm like, "Oh shit!" We made up something like just stupid.
I don't even remember.
I think I said I was like helping her like fix her underwear or something like that. There was a string I had to pull out something. I came up with something quick, but that was horrifying.
Yes, it is.
But
that's funny.
And that's what we get for
now.
not in our bedroom. And
well, we thought her ass was asleep, but
Yeah.
she was always wandering out and shit.
Shit.
Because we had to put one of those Dollar Tree alarms, where the 2 pieces when they separate, we had to put that on her door because she was constantly just wandering around and turning shit on and off. Like since she was real little, she's been interested in how things work, having her way, being headstrong, So that's just been all these years. But
yeah. So
that sounds like lucky number 7 over here.
God damn. Are they all the first ones?
The first ones, what do you mean?
Your first daughter, are they all her kids?
Oh, no. Tyra has 2.
Oh, she only has 2.
Yeah, Amelia, A7 and A4.
And Tyra has 4?
Those are Tyra's, A7 and A4.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about Ajanique.
Yeah,
I know. She's got A1, A2, A3, A5, and A6.
That's Ajanique.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than 2.
No, the Tyra has 2.
I know
Tyra
the first time you said Ajanique.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
Did I?
Be the tape.
No.
I swore you did, but I might have fucked up.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
okay.
Play as fuck up.
Either way, it's been clarified. But holy shit,
Yes. 7.
Yeah.
7.
Damn.
Wow.
But they're good. They all love me. And the most rewarding thing is when you walk in the door or walk in their house and they run at you with their hands out like so fast that you swear they're going to just tumble
Knock you
right through
over.
time.
Mhm.
And they're like, yay, yay. I'm like, yeah,
That's the best feeling, isn't
these
it?
are my people. Yep.
Mhm.
My people happen to be shorter than me, all of them, but
Yeah.
they're my
I'm the
people.
shortest guy in my family of my generation. I'm 6 feet tall, guys.
That's crazy.
I know, but I am the undisputed, like I said, in my generation, because like there's some second cousins that are just a tiny bit smaller. But yet, of all the cousins of my plane, I'm the smallest
Mhm.
Oh
Bye.
wow.
by a
My
lot.
grandfather was 6'5",
Wow.
and it took all the way down to my cousin, my mother's sister's son, having a son before anybody caught up with his height.
Mm.
My grandpa, the
Wow.
6'5" man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? That's so weird. Like all of us,
There's always
Yeah.
one tree in the family.
we just took after my grandma.
Mhm.
Short, dumpy, but cutest little thing ever.
Now, my grandpa was 5'8", but my grandma was 5'10", and so
Nice.
the kids are. The oldest girl was 5'10". She never had the same thing twice. She had girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. So the boy,
Nice.
yeah, right. Um, shit, I lost my train of thought again.
The boy.
Damn.
Donnie.
What were we talking about?
Tall. Height.
Tall. Okay, yeah. So he came out 6'2", and then my middle aunt came in at about 5'6", 5'7", still tall for a woman. And my uncle Ted is 6'6", and my mom she was like 5'9", but she's kind of shrunk a little bit, so she's like 5'8" right now. So yeah, and then my cousins too, like they're like 6'2", 6'5", 6'4", and
Damn.
we have twin
Wow.
female cousins that there's one shorter than the other, but she's like 5'4". So like she's all excited that Gabby and Michelle exist because
Yeah.
that takes the onus of being the smallest out of the family. But yeah, I was always the smallest guy, so therefore always the toughest. Like I was always trying to get in the middle.
Yep.
I'd get my ass kicked. I'd get knocked over. I'd punch him in the balls and shit, just to obtain like dominance. That's
Bragging rights. Just
yeah. Well, it's
Say you
obvious
could.
for all the stumbling and stuttering and brain fog that it's about time to wrap this bad boy up. We've been on for about an hour 53, which is about 53 minutes more than I thought we would be.
Mhm.
But hey, entertainment is entertainment. All you people that are watching live, there's still 5 of you left. I appreciate the hell out of you for coming in, supporting us. I hope you found us entertaining because we are. And just remember, it's every Wednesday. You know what happens on Wednesday is us off the rail. We didn't plan that shit. And we will start the Consider This Mindset not this Saturday, but the following Saturday at what time, Lo?
5 Eastern.
And what time Pacific, Michelle?
2 Pacific.
There.
Pointing the other direction.
I'm mirrored, people. I'm not stupid. I'm
2
2 p.m. Pacific.
Pacific.
That means specifically at 2.
Pacific at 2.
That will be what day?
Yeah, what's
Um,
the date?
August 12th is the second Saturday. So
Yes.
are we doing anything this Saturday?
No, because it's my birthday.
That's right. Okay, so then the 12th is going to be Consider This Mindset. The 12th, the 19th, the 26th, Consider This Mindset. September 2nd, Owe Me Later.
Yep. So yeah, we're gonna get this right on our schedule. Things will run much smoother. Not that it didn't run smooth today, but rough first draft after like 5 months. Kind of got to get back into the groove of talking specifically about these topics because we do go off the rail a little bit sometimes. Not just that.
It's who we are.
You know what we did there?
And I wanted to, if they're still listening, Elena, her husband Alex, and she didn't tell me her son's name, but they were number 99 and 100.
Yay!
So,
Yay!
I appreciate you guys. We are currently at, let me make sure this is still current.
Yay.
We are currently at 107.
That's awesome.
Yay!
So
Thank
we're
you
comfortable.
guys.
Yeah, we're comfortably in 100 now. So we can start doing all these things like add chapters and a lot of shit that we couldn't do before. So every
Right.
single one of you that subscribe, whether you watch or not, we thank the hell out of you because, of course, without you, I wouldn't be doing this shit. But
All right.
we just want to entertain you for an hour and a half, 2 hours every Wednesday. Get your mind off some shit, laugh at us, laugh at yourself. That's what the whole thing is about. It's a show about
Yeah.
nothing, but so much more.
Yep.
So, Lo, final thoughts.
Final thought. Take care of your body. It'll take care of you.
JJ.
Go out and be a blessing this week. If you can't be a blessing, at least don't block anybody else's.
Shelbert.
Have a great week, everybody, and try to stay cool.
And I'm going to say that everything you want is on the other side of fear. So bust through that wall. And I'm going to steal one from Jerry Springer. Take care of yourself and each other. Make sure you catch me tomorrow night on Kenny Bolin's show. It's @/ Star Maker Bolin. And we will also be back Saturday on the Kenny Bolin show and Tuesday on the Kenny Bolin show. But catch us next Wednesday. Same time, same channel. You be there. Thanks for showing up. It's so cool that you did.